Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read 2 Chronicles 1-7, Proverbs 8, and Psalm 16. Let's get started. Solomon the son of David established himself in his kingdom, and the Lord is called with him and made him exceedingly great. Solomon spake to orders out to the commanders of thousands and of hundreds, to the judges and to all the leaders in all Israel, and the fathers' houses, and Solomon and all the assembly with him. And to the high place that was in Gibeon, where the tent of meeting was God, which Moses the servant of the Lord had made in the wilderness, was there. Moreover, the bronze altar that Bezalel the son of Uri, son of Hur, had made, was there before the tabernacle of the Lord. And Solomon the assembly sought it out. And Solomon went up there to the bronze altar before the Lord, which was at the tent of meeting, and offered 1,000 burnt offerings on it. And that night God appeared to Solomon and said to him, Ask what I shall give you. And Solomon said to God, You have shown great and established love to David my father, and have made me king in his place. And Lord God, let your word to David my father be now fulfilled. You have made me king over a people as numerous as the dust of the earth. Now give me now wisdom and knowledge, and to go and come in before this people, for who can cover this people of yours. It is so great. God answered Solomon, because this was in your heart, and I have not even asked for good long life, and have asked for wisdom and knowledge for yourself, that you may govern my people over whom I have made you king. Wisdom and knowledge are granted to you. Now I shall give you riches, possessions, and honor, such as none of the kings who are before you, and none after you shall ever be. So Solomon came from the high place at Gibeon, from before the tent meeting, to Jerusalem, and he reigned over Israel. Solomon gathered together chariots and horsemen, and he had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horsemen. And he stationed the chariot cities with the king in Jerusalem. And the king made silver and gold as common in Jerusalem as stone. And he made cedar as plentiful as the sycamore of the Shephelah. And Solomon's import of horses was from Egypt and Kir, and the king's traders would buy them from Kir for a price, and import a chariot from Egypt for 600 shekels of silver, and a horse for 150. Likewise through them they exported to all the kings of the Hittites and the kings of Assyria. Now Solomon purposed to build a temple for the name of the Lord, and a royal palace for himself. And Solomon assigned 70,000 men to bear burdens, and 80,000 to quarry in the hill country, and 3,600 to oversee them. Solomon sent word to Hiram the king of Tyre, and he dealt with David my father, and sent him set out to build himself a house to dwell. So deal with me. I am about to build a house for the name of the Lord my God, and dedicate it to for the burning of incense with sweet spices before him, and for the regular arrangement of the shepherd, and for burnt offerings morning and evening on the Sabbaths and the new moons, and the appointed feast of the Lord our God, as ordained forever for Israel. The house that I am to build will be great, for our God is greater than all gods. But he who is able to build him a house since heaven, even high as heaven, who cannot contain it. So who am I to build a house for him except a place to make offerings? And offerings morning and evening. Offerings before him. So now send me a man skilled to work in gold, silver, and bronze, and iron, and in purple, crimson, blue fabrics, dressing, and engraving, to be the skilled workers who are with me in Jerusalem. And David my father provided. Send me a cedar, cypress, and algum timber from Lebanon, for I know that your servants know how to cut timber in Lebanon, and my servants will be with your servants to prepare timber for me in abundance. Well, the house that I am to build will be great and wonderful. I will give for your servants the woodsmen, and we will cut timber, 20,000 cores of crushed wheat, 20,000 cores of barley, 20,000 baths of wine, and 20,000 baths of oil. And here the king of Tyre is in a letter, and he sent to Solomon, because the Lord loves his people, he has made you king over him. Here Moses said, Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, he made heaven and earth, who has given King David a wise son, who has direction and understanding, discretion and understanding. He will build a temple for the Lord, and a royal palace for himself. And here is a skilled man who is understanding. Hiram Abi, the son of a woman of the daughters of Dan, and his father was a man of Tyre. He is trained to work in gold, silver, bronze, iron, stone, and wood, and purple, blue, and crimson fabrics, and fine linen, and to do all sorts of engraving and executing design that may be assigned him and your craftsmen, and the craftsmen of my Lord, David your father. Now therefore the wheat and the barley, oil and wine, of which my Lord has spoken, let him send to his servants, and we will cut whatever timber you need from the vine, and bring it to you in rods by sea to chop it, so that you may take it up to Jerusalem. And Solomon counted all the resident aliens who were in the land of Israel, after the census of them that David's father took, and there were found 153,600. 70,000 of them he assigned to bear burdens, 80,000 caught in the hill country, and 3,600 overseas to make the people work. And Solomon began to build the house of the Lord in Jerusalem on Mount Moriah, where the Lord had appeared to David his father, at the place that David appointed on the threshing floor of Ornan and the Jebusite. He began to build in the second month of the fourth year of his reign. These are Solomon's measurements for building the house of God. The length in cubits of the old standard was 60 cubits, and the breadth 20 cubits. The vestibule in front of the nave of the house was 20 cubits long, equal to the width of the house, and its height was 120 cubits. He overlaid it in the inside with pure gold. The nave he lined with cypress and covered it with fine gold. He made palms and chains on it. He adorned the house with settings of precious stone. The gold was gold of Proverb. He lined the house with gold, its beams, its thresholds, its walls, and its doors, and his own carved cherub on the walls. And he made the rich place. Its length corresponding to the breadth of the house was 20 cubits. Its breadth was 20 cubits. The overlay was 600 tons of fine gold. The weight of gold for the nails was 50 shekels. And he overlaid the upper chambers with gold. In the most holy place he made the cherubim of wood, two cherubim of wood, and overlaid them with gold. And the wings of the cherubim together extended 20 cubits. 20 cubits. One wing of the was the one of 5 cubits, touched the wall of the house, and its other wing of 5 cubits touched the wing of the other cherub. And of this cherub, one wing of 5 cubits touched the wall of the house, and the other wing, also 5 cubits, was joined to the wing of the first cherub. And the wings of these cherubim extended 20 cubits. The cherubim stood on their feet facing the nave, and he made the veil of blue and purple and crimson fabrics and fine linen. Then he worked cherubim on it. In front of the house he made 2 pillars, 35 cubits high, with a capital of 5 cubits on the top of each. He made chains like a necklace and put them on the tops of the pillars, and he made 100 pomegranates and put them on the chains. He set up the pillars in front of the temple, one on the south, the other on the north. The on the south he called Jachin, and that on the north Boaz. He made an altar of bronze, 20 cubits long, and 20 cubits wide, and 10 cubits high. And he made a sea of cast metal. It was round, 10 cubits from brim to brim, and 5 cubits high, and a line of 30 cubits measured its circumference. Under it were figures of girds for 10 cubits, encompassing the sea all over. The girds were in 2 rows, cast with their windows cast. It stood on 12 oxen, 3 facing north, 3 facing west, and 3 facing south, and 3 facing east. The sea was still on them, and all their rear parts were inward. Its thickness was a hand breadth, and its brim was made like the brim of the cup, like the flower of a lily. It held 3,000 baths. He also made 10 basins in which to wash, and set 5 on the south side, and 5 on the north side. In these the altar rinse of water was used for the burnt offering, and the sea was full of the priest to wash in. And he made 10 golden lampstands as prescribed, and set them in the temple, 5 on the south side, and 5 on the north. He also made 10 tables, and placed them in the temple, 5 on the south side, and 5 on the north. He made 100 basins of gold. He made the court of the priest and the great court, and doors of the court, and overlaid their doors with bronze. And he set the sea at the southeast corner of the house. Hiram also made the pots, the shovels, and the basins. So Hiram finished the work that he did for King Solomon on the house of God. The 2 pillars, the bowls, and the 2 capitals on the top of the pillars, and the 2 latticeworks to cover the 2 bowls of the capitals are on the top of the pillars, and the 400 pomegranates were the 2 latticeworks, 2 rows of pomegranates for each latticework to cover the 2 bowls of the capitals that were on the pillars. He made the stands and the basins on the stands, and in the one seat, and the 12 oxen underneath it. The horse, the shovels, the forks, and all the equipment for these. Hiram Abbey made of burnished bronze of King Solomon of the house of the Lord, and the plan that joined the king Carson, and the clay ground between Succoth and Zerada. Solomon made all these things in great quantity, for the weight of the bronze was not sore. So Solomon made all the vessels that were in the house of God, the golden altar, the tables of the bread of the presence, the lampstands and the lamps of pure gold to burn before the inner sanctuary. It was prescribed, the flowers, the lamp, and the tongs of purest gold, the snuff in his basins, dishes for incense, and 5 pans of pure gold, and the sockets in the temple, were the inner doors of the most holy place, and those were the doors of the nave of the temple were of gold. And the vessels of workers saw that Solomon did for the house of the Lord was finished. And Solomon brought in all the things that David's father had dedicated, and stored the silver, the gold, and all the things in the treasuries of the house of the Lord. House of God, and Solomon and his son were the elders of Israel, and all the heads of the tribes, the head leaders of the father's house of the people of Israel, in Jerusalem, to bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and the sea of David, which is signed, and all the men of Israel assembled before the king at the feast days in the 7th month. And all the elders of Israel came, and the Levites took up the ark, and they brought out the ark, and tent of meeting, and all the holy vessels that were in the tent, and the Levitical priests brought them out, and King Solomon and all the congregation of Israel, who had assembled before the ark, sacrificing 70 sheep and oxen, that they could not be counted in number. And the priest brought the ark of the covenant of the Lord Jesus Christ in the inner sanctuary of their house, in the most holy place, underneath the wings of the cherubim. And the cherubim spread out their wings over the place of the ark, so that the cherubim made a covering above the ark and its poles, and the poles were so long that the ends of the poles were seen from the holy place before the inner sanctuary, that they could not be seen from outside, and they are there to this day. And there was nothing in the ark except the 2 times that Moses put there at Horeb, where the Lord made a covenant with the Hebrews when they came out of Egypt, and when the priest came out of the holy place, and when the song was raised with trumpets and cymbals and other musical instruments, in praise to the Lord, for he is good, for his steadfast love endures forever. The house of the Lord was filled with a cloud, so that the priest could not stand to minister because of the cloud. For the glory of the Lord filled the house of God. And Solomon said, the Lord said he would dwell in thick darkness, but I have built you an exalted house, a place for you to dwell forever. And the king turned around and blessed all the assembly of Israel, while all the assembly of Israel stood. And he said, Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, who with his hand has fulfilled what he promised with his mouth to David my father, saying, Since the day that I brought my people out of the land of Egypt, I chose no city out of all the tribes of Israel, and wished to build a house that my name might be there. And I chose no man as prince over my people Israel. I have chosen Jerusalem that my name may be there, and I have chosen David to be over my people Israel. Now it was in the heart of David my father to build a house for the name of the Lord, the God of Israel. But the Lord said to David my father, Whereas it was in your heart to build a house for my name, you did well that it was in your heart. Nevertheless, it is not for you shall build a house, and your son who was born to you shall build a house for his name, for my name. Now the Lord has fulfilled his promise that he made. I have risen in the place of David my father, and set on the throne of Israel, as the Lord promised. And I have built a house for the name of the Lord, the God of Israel. And I have set the ark in which is the covenant of the Lord, that he made with the people of Israel. And Solomon stood before the altar of the Lord, in the presence of all the assembly of Israel. And his various hands, Solomon had made a bronze platform 5 cubits long, 5 cubits wide, and 3 cubits high, and sat in the court, and he stood on it. And he knelt on his knees in the presence of all the assembly of Israel. And his various hands toward heaven. And he said, O Lord God of Israel, there is no God like you, in heaven or on earth, keeping covenant, and showing steadfast love to your servant. They walk before you with all their heart, who kept with your servant David my father what you declared to. You spake with your mouth, and with your hand have fulfilled it to this day. Now therefore, O Lord God of Israel, keep for your servant David my father what you have promised to, saying, You shall not like a man to sit before me on the throne of Israel. If only your sons pay close attention to their way, talk of my Lord, he will walk before me. Now therefore, O Lord God of Israel, let your word be confirmed, which you have spoken to your servant David. O Lord God, indeed dwelleth man on the earth. Yea, hold, heaven and the highest heaven cannot contain you. How much less this house that I have built? Yet have regard to the prayer of your son, and to his prayer, O Lord my God, listening to the cry and to the prayer that your servant prays before you. And your eyes may be opened day and night toward this house, the place where you promised to eat, where you promised to set your name, and that you may listen to the prayer that your servant offers toward this place, and listen to the pleas of your son and of your people Israel. And when they pray toward this place, then listen to from heaven your dwelling place, and you hear, forgive. If a man sins against his neighbor and is made to take an oath and comes and swears his oath before your altar in his house, then hear from heaven and act, and judge his son to repaying the guilty by bring his conduct on his own head, and vindicating the righteous by rewarding him according to his righteousness. If your people Israel to fear before the enemy, because they have sinned against you and turn again and acknowledge your name and pray and plead with you in this house, and hear from heaven, forgive the sin of your people Israel, and bring them again to the land that you gave to them and to their fathers. And heaven is shut up, and there is no rain, because they have sinned against you. If they pray toward this place and acknowledge your name and turn from their sin, when you afflict them, then hear in heaven, and forgive the sin of your servants, your people Israel, and you teach them the good way in which they should walk, and grant rain upon your land, which you have given to your people as inheritance. If there is famine in the land, if there is pestilence or blight or mildew, or locusts or caterpillar, if their enemies besiege them in the land, at their gates, whatever plague, whatever sickness there is, whatever prayer, whatever plea is made by any man, by all your people Israel, each knowing his own affliction, and his own sorrow, and stretching out his hands toward his house, and hear from heaven your dwelling place, and forgive him, and to each whose heart you know, according to all his way. For you only know the hearts of the children of mankind. They may fear and walk in your ways all the days that they live in the land you gave to our fathers. Likewise, when a foreigner who is not of the people, not of your people Israel, comes down from our country for the sake of your greatness and the mighty hand, and your mighty hand and your house to show, when he comes and prays toward this house, hear from him, And hear from heaven your judgments, and do according to all for which the former caused you, and all the peoples of the earth may know your feet, as to your people Israel, and they may know that this house that I have built is called by your name. And you go out to battle against the enemies. Or whatever way you shall submit, and they pray to you toward the sea that you chose, in the house that I have built for you, and hear from heaven their prayer and their plea, and maintain their cause if they sin and mercy. For there is no one who does not sin, and you are angry with them and give them to an enemy, so that they are carried away captive to a land far on you. Yet if they turn their heart in the land to which they have been carried captive, or repent and plead with you in the heart of the land of their captivity, saying, you sin and have acted perversely and wickedly, if they repent with all their heart, with all their soul in the land of their captivity, just they were carried captive, and prayed toward their land, and she gave to their fathers the sea that you had chosen in the house I built for you. And here from heaven the dwelling place their prayer in their place, and maintain their cause and forgive your people who have sinned against you. Now, O my God, let your eyes be open and your ears attended to the prayer of this place. And now arise, O Lord God, and go to your resting place, you and the ark of your mind. Let your praise, O Lord God, be quoted for salvation, and let your saints be rejoicing in your goodness. And Lord God, do not turn away from the face of your anointed one. Remember your steadfast love for David your servant. As soon as Solomon finished his prayer, fire came down from heaven and consumed the burnt offering and the sacrifice. And the glory of the Lord filled the temple, and the priest could not enter the house of the Lord, because the glory of the Lord filled the Lord's house. When all the people of Israel saw the fire come down, and the glory of the Lord in the temple, they bowed down with their face to the ground on the haven, and worshipped and gave thanks to the Lord, saying, praise, give fresh steps, love, and joy forever. And the king and all the people offered sacrifice before the Lord. King Solomon offered as a sacrifice 22,000 oxen and 120,000 sheep. So the king and the people dedicated the house, and the priest stood at their post, and the Levites with the instruments and the music, to the Lord that King David made, forgiving their sin. The steadfast love and forever. And whenever David offers praise and write their mystery, opposite them the priest sounded trumpet, and always I stood, and Solomon consecrated the middle of the court. And it was before the house of the Lord, where they offered the burnt offering and the fat of the peace offering. These the bronze altar Solomon had made could not hold the burnt offering and the grain offering and the fat. At that time Solomon held the feast for 7 days, and all was out with him. A very great assembly from the Hammer to the brook of Egypt. But on the 8th day they held a solemn assembly, where they kept the dedication of the altar 7 days, and the feast 7 days. On the 23rd day of the 7th month, he sent the people away to their home, to offering glad of heart for the prosperity that the Lord granted to David and to Solomon and to Israel's people. When Solomon finished the house of the Lord and the king's house, all that Solomon had planned to do in the house of the Lord and his own house he successfully accomplished. And the Lord appeared to Solomon in the night and said to him, I have heard your prayer, and I have chosen this place for myself as a house of sacrifice. When I shut up the heavens, so that there is no rain, and I will command the locusts to devour the land, and I will send pestilence among my people. If my people call by only humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sin and heal their land. Now my eyes will be open and my ears attentive to the prayer that is made in this place. Though now I have chosen and consecrated this house, that my name may be there forever, my eyes and my heart will be there for all time. And as for you, if you will walk before me as David your father walked, doing according to all that I have commanded, and keep my statutes and my rules, and I will establish your royal throne as I covenanted with David your father, saying, you shall not lack a man to rule Israel. If you turn aside and forsake my statutes and my commandments that I have set before you, and you go serve other gods and worship them, then I'll pluck you out from my land that I have given you, and this house that I have consecrated for my name I'll cast out of my sight, and I'll make you a prophet and a byword among all peoples. And at this house which was exalted, everyone passing by will be astonished and say, why has the Lord done thus to this land and this house? And they will say, because they abandoned the Lord, the God of their fathers, who brought them out of the land of Egypt, and laid hold on other gods and worshipped them and served them. Therefore he is rolled with disaster on them. Proverbs 8. There is no wisdom called, does not understand raise a voice on the heights beside the way. The crusher she takes a step, beside the gate in front of the town, at the entrance of the border she cries aloud. To your men I call, and my eyes to the children of men. There is temple and land brains, and fools, land sense, and here for I will speak noble things. From my lips will come words right from my mouth are truth. Wickedness is abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are righteous. There is nothing too so quick in them, for they are straight to him and understanding, right to those who find knowledge. Anyone instruction is better than knowledge rather than to his God. Wisdom is better than justice, and anything you desire, and we cannot compare with it. I did wisdom tell a person, and I find knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord turns hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance is the way of evil, and perverse speech I hate. I have counsel and stumbles, and my ideas I have strength. My kings word and words decree what is just. My princes were and nobles, all govern justly. those who love me, those who diligently find me. Which is all right with me, enjoy with them righteousness. My first better than gold, even find God, my yield and choice of. I walk in the way of righteousness, and pass the justice, guiding and inheritance to those who love me, and filling the treasures. And the Lord possessed me at the beginning of his work that day. First when it was accident, each took out set up at the first before the beginning of the earth, where there were no depths I was brought forth, where there were no springs abounding with water, before the mountains and beaches shaded, before the hills I was brought forth. When he made the earth with streams, the dust of the dust of the world, when he established the heavens I was there, when he drew a circle on the face of the deep, when he made firm the skies above, when he established the fountains of the deep, when he scattered to the seas the limits, that the waters might not transgress his command, when he marked out the foundations of the earth, when I was beside him like a master workman. I was daily his delight, rejoicing before him always, rejoicing in his inhabited world, and delighting in the children of man. Now since listen to me, as to those who keep my ways, hear instruction be wise, and do not neglect it. As to the one who listens to me, watching day out of my doors, waiting beside my door. Whoever finds me find life and obtain favor from me. But he who fails to find me injures himself, or hate me love death. Psalm 16. Present me, O God, from me, yea, I take refuge. As to the Lord, you are my Lord. I have no kid apart from you, for as a follow the saints of my life. In the land they have excellence, and heaven's all the joy. The sorrows of those who run after another God shall multiply. Their dread confidence of mine I will not pour out, will take their names under my lips. Those my chosen portion of my cup. Behold my blood, the lines are formed for me in pleasant places, in the eye of a beautiful inheritance. I bless the Lord who gives me counsel, and my eyes my heart is checked. I set the Lord always before me. And if this he is around, I shall not be shaken. Therefore my heart is glad, and my whole being rejoices. My flesh is rejoiced, careful in you. For you will not abandon my soul to shame, or let your Holy One see corruption. You made known to me the cause of life. In your presence there is fullness of joy. In the right hand are pleasures forevermore. Now this done, I shall now take the Lord's path. Use my hand, the Father in heaven, and let me on you. You cannot come, He will be done as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Give us our debts, as you forgive our debtors. He's not temptation until there is an evil one. Yes, is the kingdom and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.